is happening. I'm becoming more delusional. I think this team gonna be better than last year. I said it. Look, man. Look. Let me explain. I've sat back. I've marinated on what the Dallas Cowboys have been able to do this particular offseason. I realized that the Cowboys actually retained a top 5 percentile of their players from last season. I think we retained somewhere around 73% of our entire roster that we had last season. That was good for top 5 in the NFL as far as returning players on a team, meaning we didn't lose nearly as many dudes as we think we did. And I think the Cowboys filled some really, really major needs with some really, really, really stellar players, man. And look, I know y'all want to be skeptical. I know we want to keep our emotions and our expectations on the flow, because we put them anywhere higher than that, they're going to let us down, like, immediately. It's not going to be a delayed letdown. It's going to be like an immediate landing. Crash landing on the plane. It's going to be immediate, all right? Do you see how big this damn behemoth is compared to that damn behemoth over there? Tyler Guyton is a mountain of a man. On top of that, he is displaying the exact traits that you want out of any player at any position on any sports team, and that is desire. He's expressing the desire. He's showing the desire to be great. He's showing the desire to mask his deficiencies before it's even time for his deficiencies to be shown. He has been training since he got drafted, y'all. He didn't wait for a couple of weeks like everybody else. 2 days after he got drafted, he was working with Duke Manyweather, a proclaimed offensive line trainer, also owner of the Offensive Line Masterminds app. And it's just, he's been putting in work with his craft. And then we got this monster right next to him, Cooper Beebe. And y'all, it's been so long, probably since this dude on the screen right here, since we had a center that is going to actually play with a nastiness and power and strength and just leverage to give Dak Prescott and our run game the space they need to work. I think Cooper Beebe even has the potential to be better than Travis Frederick. I know I'm sipping on the Kool-Aid. I know it. God dang it. I know I'm sipping on the Kool-Aid. I know, y'all. But they did a damn good job at addressing needs. They have effectively set our offensive line up for the next 10 years already. And these dudes, man, as long as these guys can stay healthy, knock on wood, somebody watching this video, knock on wood somewhere, knock on some kind of wood around you. As long as these guys can stay healthy, I think that they're going to be all-pro level guys at their position. Now, I'm not saying they're going to make an all-pro their rookie season, but I do think 2, 3, 4 years down the line, most of our offensive linemen are going to be all-pro dudes. Dak Prescott should be squeaky clean this season. The first couple of games, cool. We're going to work out a couple of knots. We're not going to place our expectations too high. We're going to expect there to be some growing pains, at least for the first quarter of the season, right? We're going to give these guys the first quarter of the season to get their sea legs under them. And then I think we're going to start seeing a very, very dominant offensive line take shape. And then you got the professor right here, Maurice Luafu, who's already taken snaps at multiple linebacker positions per Patrick Walker. Mike Zimmer praised his IQ and the fact that he knew what everybody else had going on the field. So we got him and DeMarvion Overshown, who looks by all accounts to be coming into the season like an absolute monster. All the reports coming out about Agent Zero have been nothing but positive. He looks like he's in great shape. He's already bigger. He's put on some NFL weight. And those are already 3 major upgrades to our linebacker room, with Maurice Luafu, Eric Kendricks, and DeMarvion Overshown coming back. So not only is our offensive line going to be better than last season, I'm telling y'all, day one, Cooper Beebe is going to be a better center than Tyler Biadasz. I'm guaranteeing it. Watch. By the end of the first quarter of the season, everybody's going to be able to agree that Cooper Beebe was an upgrade. I'm willing to bet. So we already fixed the trenches on the offensive side of the ball, assuming Terrence Steele returns to at least 90% of what he was prior to his injury. And then we got our linebacker room looking young, spry, hungry. All these dudes are looking to make names for themselves. We ain't got no comfortable veterans up here. We ain't got no dudes that's too comfortable on the team, and especially on the defensive side of the ball, because Mike Zimmer looking to roll some heads, y'all. Mike Zimmer is giving open competition to the best men on the field. The players know this, and the fans need to know this, that we not going to have to see none of this buddy BS that Dan Quinn was doing, where he was playing guys that he had relationships with already. Regardless if other guys deserve snaps or not, man, Mike Zimmer is going to put whoever's producing on the field, bro. Y'all, I'm sipping on the Kool-Aid. Y'all, I'm sipping on the Kool-Aid right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. We gonna have Diggsy back. And then we got Bland. And then we got J-Lou. And then we also got Kalen Carson walking seatbelt. The nickname is crazy. The nickname got me thinking he gonna be dope. This man nickname is Seatbelt? Come on, man. And then our safeties are probably gonna be better next season because we got Malik Hooker still here. But we know that Mike Zimmer is a DB guru, and he's going to come in, and him, in addition to Al Harris, they're going to have our DBs flying around that field and on a double A-gap scheme. I'm sipping on the Kool-Aid. Somebody stop me. Somebody take the picture away. Somebody take all the sugar out my cabinet so I can't make no more Kool-Aid. Y'all, is it just me? Is it just me? Or has anybody sat back and been like, damn, we actually really have addressed pretty much every major need outside of like getting a nice young spry running back that everybody can really get behind. But the Cowboys have made it clear they don't really value that position as much as they used to in the past, and they think they can get away with just running with, I guess, NFL level talent at that position. They don't need a young stud at that position or anything. They've made that clear. They've said that multiple times this offseason now. And I'm going to say this. If we assume that Dak Prescott's going to be a little bit better in the second year in the new offense that he ran last season, in which he was an all-pro in the first year running an offense under Mike McCarthy, man, the Texas Coast offense. If we assume that he's going to be a little bit better, if we assume that CD going to be a little bit better, if we assume that Jake Ferguson going to get a little bit better, if we assume that Micah Parsons is going to be used a little bit better, if we assume that Mike Zimmer isn't going to make the defense take a step back, which I don't know how you can make it take a step back when it was already extremely wishy-washy, but if we assume that the defense is going to be playing at a more consistent level, we might be going to the motherfucking Super.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still in ball? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still in boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still in boys.